What is up, guys? My name is Asteroid and welcome back to the next episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide. So guys, today we're going to be covering Snorlax, thanks to the Warp Gamer. If you guys want your favorite Pokemon, or just any Pokemon in general to be covered in this series, then smack a comment down there in the comment section, and I will definitely get on that. So, that being said, Snorlax is a very bulky Pokemon, has a lot of potential, and I was supposed to upload this video yesterday. I apologize for that. It is coming out a bit late, but hopefully you guys do not mind. But that being said, let's start off with the first Snorlax set here. It's going to be a Cursing Snorlax with also Body Slam, Crunch, and Earthquake. Get those nice and powerful coverage moves going. But yeah, Curse is really nice on a Snorlax because you guys can see here that it has a lot of special bulk and a lot of HP, a ton of HP, which is really good. And you know, its defense stats not that great, but Curse really does change that. So anyways, for the investment, you want to go max HP, max special defense, and 4 in defense. Try and make yourself as bulky as possible on the special side, and of course go with that investment in the HP just to improve your bulk overall. And we're not going to invest much into defense. You can if you would like, but I figured I would just max out special defense and instead go with a positive defense nature because we're going to be cursing up anyways. We're going to be setting up, and that defense stat is going to be catching up to that special defense stat very quickly. So you can go with the careful nature if you would like to just max out your special defense, but I like putting the nature into defense just so that way you have a bit more of a defensive head start. And it does kind of help you out if you don't have any curses set up yet. They could definitely make the difference. So anyways, for the item leftovers is great. Gonna be making sure you keep your health up and all that good stuff. And one more thing I wanted to cover about Curse, it does lower your speed, and you guys can see that Snorlax is in no way, shape, or form a fast Pokemon. If you really wanted to, you could run Snorlax on a Trick Room team, combining Curse plus Trick Room and its already low speed stat. Snorlax could be a very powerful Trick Room Pokemon. So anyways, ability, we have Thick Fat here. Now, it does get immunity, which is going to make it so you cannot be poisoned. And if you are concerned about that, then you can definitely go with it. Toxic can really ruin this set, so if you wanted to run the immunity, then you definitely could. And Gluttony really cannot benefit this set in any way. There are definitely some Snorlaxes that can make use of Gluttony, and if you guys don't know how Gluttony works, basically certain berries that only activate when you have a 4th or less HP, like Custap berries, Gluttony will actually make it so that way those berries activate when you're at half HP. And I've actually personally used a Snorlax combined with a physical Mega Sableye. It's a very awesome set, a very cool combo. I did find out about this set through Verlisify. If you guys want to check him out, then I'll link him down there. He's a very popular Pokemon YouTuber, but yeah, he was the one that kind of introduced that set to me, and I've really been enjoying it. So that being said, I like Thick Fat because it's going to allow you to take those fire type moves and those ice type moves a lot better. But as I said, concerned about that poison, then immunity is for you. So that being said, for the other moves, we have Body Slam for the stab, nice and normal type stab. We have Crunch because Dark is a very good offensive typing, and Crunch can be very nice there. Then we have Earthquake because Earthquake is one of the best moves in the game, and it's really going to do the damage. So that being said, we have a ton, and I mean a ton, of physical moves here. Snorlax really does get the most. He really does get a ton of physical moves. So anyway, starting off, we have Brick Break. You can run that if you're concerned about screens. We have Fire Punch for Scizors and Ferrothorns. He does get the elemental punches, so that could be a pretty nice addition. We have Facade, and I figured I'd throw Facade on there because you could run Facade instead of the Body Slam. It is a bit weaker, but if you end up getting burned or poisoned, then Facade may not be a bad choice there. So anyways, moving on, we have Gunk Shot for those fairies. We have Heavy Slam. Snorlax is very fat. It does also hit the fairies as well. We have Ice Punch. We have Iron Head for more steel type stab. And we have Thunder Punch here. So just looking, these are not all of the physical moves. Just looking at his physical move pool, if I can spell physical, we have, you know, Double Edge. If you wanted to go all out with a Double Edge, you could. We have freaking Outrage for crying out loud. Power Up Punch, Pursuit. There are so many good moves that you could run on this Snorlax. You could swap them out. If you wanted to run a freaking Seed Bomb Snorlax, then you could do that. You could definitely do that. Choose the moves that will give you the coverage that you need for your team, and otherwise it is 100% up to you. So that being said, let's move on to the next Snorlax set. For this set, you want to go max HP, max attack, and 4 in special defense. Make the most out of your bulk while also making yourself hit like a truck because we have Belly Drum. That is right, guys. We have Belly Drum. You want to go with that Belly Drum first turn. Make sure you max out the HP to ensure that you have an even HP stat. Because if you have an odd HP stat, then when you Belly Drum, the Citrus Berry is not going to proc. But, yeah, just make sure you have that even HP stat, so that way the first time you use Belly Drum, it's going to instantly proc your Citrus Berries. So, anyways, idea here is you want to go with Belly Drum, max out your attack, get that Citrus Berry off, and get that health back. Then you're going to be max attack. You can eat up pretty much any special hit. Then from there, you pretty much go with the coverage. You have Body Slams and Headbutt and Earthquake. You can customize this moveset however you would like. If you wanted to run Facade instead of Body Slam, or, I don't know, maybe Seed Bomb or Ice Punch instead of Zen Headbutt, it is all your choice. I smacked Zen Headbutt on there just for the fighting types. This is a pretty simple set. It's kind of similar to a Zoomrill or Belly Drumming Slurpuff in a way, except you're not as fast. You're more just kind of making the most out of your bulk and really just trying to get off some very, very powerful hits. If you wanted to run like Reflect alongside this, you could run this set in doubles with a Reflect user or like a supportive Pokemon that can really help this Snorlax out. Because the one thing it does lack is speed. As I was saying in the previous set, you could just smack that Trick Room on there, and this thing could definitely wreck under Trick Room. So for the ability though, Thick Fat is pretty much the way to go. You could run immunity as well if you're concerned about that poison, but I would recommend Thick Fat. So you know what, guys, let's move on to the final Snorlax set. Not only does Snorlax get Curse and Belly Drum, it also gets Stockpile. Now Stockpile is really, really great because it's going to allow you to raise your defense and your special defense at the same time. Now granted, you can't go +6, you can only go to +3 with it, but even so, it's still a really, really great move. And I think this move can definitely work well on Snorlax. So the idea here is pretty simple. It is a toxic stalling, resting, recovery, bulk monster. That is exactly what it is. It's meant to eat up hits and dish out the toxic damage. So that being said, we have max HP, max defense, and 4 in special defense. The reason why I did not go max special defense this time, and the reason why I'm investing a lot more into defense, is because I figured I would kind of even out the two stats as best as possible, because Stockpile is going to be raising them both equally at the same time. So I figured I'd just go max defense, get the most out of that, and then Stockpile is going to be raising them both at the same time, making them pretty much equal. So for the nature, I decided to go with the Careful Nature. If you wanted to run Impish, then you could do that and allow the defense and the special defense to be pretty much equal there. You guys can see Choopity 1 and Choopity 7. They are getting very, very close with the investment and the nature. And Stockpile is going to be really great for boosting both of them at the same time. So that's why I do enjoy that. For the other moves, we have Earthquake for hitting the Poison and Steel-type Pokemon. Now, obviously, Toxic, Poison and Steel-type Pokemon are immune to those moves. So that's why I recommend Earthquake, because it does hit those two types. Then we have Toxic, of course, for the Stall. And we have Rest. Now, Rest is great because it's going to allow you to have that massive recovery. You're going to wake up in 2 turns no matter what, which, especially with your high amount of bulk, it's really not going to be that big of a deal because you're going to be able to survive 2 turns no matter what, especially with a few stockpiles up. Then you should be fine, and you should be able to wait out those 2 turns without any problems. Now, you can run Protect on this set just to stall the Toxic even more. If you wanted to replace Rest for Protect, then you could. But in my personal opinion, I like the idea of Rest because he is the sleeping Pokemon, and it does give you that massive health recovery while also healing any potential Toxics or any other status inflictions. It really, really is nice. Now, speaking of status, since you're going to be running Rest, I really do not recommend Immunity because if you end up getting poisoned, then you can simply just rest and get rid of it. So I would definitely go Thick Fat here, making sure that you take those Ice and Fire type moves very, very well. And Leftovers is great if you wanted to run like Citrus Berry or whatever, but I personally prefer Leftovers just because the fact it's going to give you that residual health recovery. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. This set is the ultimate Toxic Staller. Now, the only Pokemon that I could see walling this set would be Skarmory or probably Crobat because it's immune to Toxic and Earthquake. So that's really the only answer to it though. Just the Pokemon that are immune to Earthquake and Toxic. You could run like a Smackdown Pokemon or maybe like a Gravity Pokemon. Who knows? There are a lot of possibilities. But that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's Snorlax guide, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any other Snorlax sets that I may have missed in today's video, then let me know down below in the comment section because this Pokemon is very, very diverse. And I'm sure you guys have your own special ways of running this Pokemon. So that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and peace!